Hey everyone, welcome back to my seemingly always messy workbench. Um, this is a continuation on the Intellivision repair or upgrade repair, whatever, from the salvage one. So this wire broke off again. This is the I had to add some flux or something to this thing to get it give it the flow right. And when I discovered when I went to put this board in, it kind of wanted to not fit anymore. So I think I'm going to pop this one off, which came off a little too easily. And then, do I need more light on my face? Let's see. Oh, where's the light? I actually keep lights. I like a little studio lighting here. Let's see. That's New Year's Day, 2023. There we go. I'll turn it down a little bit. I'm a little blown out. Okay. Okay, so we have this wire's too long. I've got two problems. This wire's too long, and I am not happy with the way it enters the... this is scary. Oh. Alright, so I get this stupid wire out of the way. Don't do this at home, kids. Alright, that stupid wire's out of the way. So this wire is too long and not bonding with the crap to either of them. I can see it just wiggling around there. Wow. I'm gonna have to use some flux, which I don't usually have to do. This guy is not... Oh, this stupid camera wire is really annoying. Get over there. Oh, of course. Of course the camera stops working. Why wouldn't it? Alright, so this is too long, and this enters this cable incorrectly, so I'm gonna trim this down some more. And I gotta find my stinky pot of flux. That's a good band name. Stinky Pot of Flux. This is too darn long. So I want to cut it this way. It can be real short. It's double braided. That's really some mil-spec stuff there. Wow. Yeah, I just couldn't sleep, so I came down here to do a little bit of late night mod work here. I'll cut all of this off. Go back in and put some solder on there. Is there a little focus? Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. This stuff takes the solder really nice, actually. Flux. I'm just getting no flow. Since I'm here, goobering both up. Flux helps your solder flow. It's just this is rosin solder flux, and I'll fix this end too while I'm at it. Yeah, see, I wasn't happy with that. I'm gonna cut this down. Slipperiest material must be Teflon, because I can't get like no grip on it at all. Go one north of it there. I got to pull a couple strands off. I can't quite fit it through. See how this works. So I'm just soldering on the center coax. This is going to be for the video signal. I don't know what happened in the early 80s, but the strange obsession with really crappy controller designs took hold. Like the Intellivision, the ColecoVision was kind of hokey, the keypads, and then the what was the other one? The Atari 5200. That one had a very hard to hold controller as well. It's like, did we just completely forget about ergonomics for about 4 years until we created Nintendo? Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the Nintendo controller. I think it's a bit fatiguing myself and a little square, but what can you do? Let's see if that flux helped or not. You know what? I am getting really bad on into this. Why? Do I just need more heat or what? That wire does not want to take the flux at all. There's a cold looking solder joint, but it's holding. Alright, and then I need to get that little ground wire back on. Yeah, that's holding nice. It's actually bending the wire around more than it is moving, so that's good. There we go. Yeah, flux to the rescue. Yep, not yet. Not fluxed yet. Hot, 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 hot. Still hot. still hot. Okay, but holding. Oh, son of a diddly. Why don't you want to take to solder it all? There we go. I need to redo this camera setup one of these days. Not 100% happy with it. I like the PC. Oh, I need pliers. Burning myself here. Oh, that is so weird. It wicked up the wire. And there's not enough solder there. It's because it's a ground plane. It just soaks up the heat. Give me 10 seconds here. This camera setup is driving me bonkers. Okay. Okay, better. I had the arm, there's a swing arm I have here that holds it in place, and it's driving me crazy. What the heck is that thing? Oh, it's the extra camera. You can actually see it. Never noticed. That's my camera. That's better. So, get it right there. I'm gonna have to Kapton tape some of the stuff so it doesn't touch. Yes, that's the goal, to have it sit like that. I'll Kapton this so it doesn't touch against this A247. That's a process memory. Oh, ROM. A247. Lots of A247s. Or is that the date code? 47 the wiki of yeah, that's the date code. What are these things? No, I never really looked into Intellivision much. It was like the also ran of video game systems. Alright, so that's all done. So I'll need to have a wire come out to here. Since I'm here, I will grab, maybe I'll do some of the, this can go aside a minute, because I wanted to finish the weird lean here. Just a little power supply. Little DC power supply. It's built into the system. Still have never seen that before. Big old, that's your big old regulator there. That's all a big choke, man. Oh, it's a transformer choke. Wow. So I did pull all the capacitors from my bin of fun. Okay, are these all matte? Yeah, they do have all of it. So we'll start from this guy here. Where are you? Yeah, so what I wanted to do was pull all the, I'm not going to pull all the caps at once, that'd be stupid. I'm just going to go through one by one and redo the caps. What 2 pins are you? You have to be going east-west. That's these two here. see it's actually loose already. So they do have polarity on it. C's there. This is one of the, this is a 10 microfarad 16 volts. Oh, 10 and 16. I went through and I pulled these earlier. 10, 25 volts. So you can always go up in voltage on caps, you just can't go down on voltage. So this is actually a 25 volt cap instead of a 16. You can tell this is lead solder as it's very, very shiny. You can probably see it. See how shiny the solder beads are? That means they're all leaded solder. You don't get that bright solder joints with Rojas solder. Alright, next one's this big cap here, which is these two leads right here. This guy. So a little habit I've always had is I leave the solder leads long on the newly replaced cap so I don't accidentally replace a cap twice. Because if you get decent at soldering, you won't be able to tell if you replaced it or not. Yeah, that's the right one. I just don't want to go in and hit this board too hard. Good. They do have it marked. You can see there's actually a little plus right there. This is your big 470 16. You can see technology's moved on because they've gotten smaller. 470 16. Mind the polarity. Oh, that hole feels a little bit dirty, but not too bad. Round fillet. That's just a little more heat, a little more solder. There we go. Alright. She's tilted a little bit. I don't like tilted. Sorry, slightly anal retentive when it comes to replacing solder joints. The next one over is this guy here. Famous Hills Brothers cam. Not a huge fan of ground coffee. I prefer grinding from bean. I have a burr grinder. I find with kitchen stuff, you really get what you pay for. Big guy. my big thing is I just don't want to put too much strain on this board. It's kind of old. I mean, it's 41 years old, so, well, 40 years, just over 40 years old, so don't expect too much out of it. And my iron turned down a bit. I'm going to redo these two holes real quick. Somebody bent the legs over like I do, so it's not wanting to pull out easy. This is all hand soldered through holes with hand solder. Need more heat on this one, that's what it is. There we go. It's the other one that's holding on. Give you a little poke. There we go. Get out of there. I prefer pencil style soldering irons, which is what I use, instead of the old fashioned, like big old clicky ones. There we go. You are a 116 volts. 116. It's funny how much caps have come along. Same capacity, 116 volt. This reminds me why I don't do cap replacements anymore for customers, because it's boring. Some systems, it is a complete nightmare. Sega, way too many caps. Like a Game Gear, oh, forget it. A lot of surface mount, all surface mount really, except for the power supply and audio section, the audio amps. But it's just, I'm kind of too old for that. So those caps are done. See why I leave the leads on? Because I have a hard time telling the difference between the caps here. So I leave the leads on so I know which ones I've done and which I haven't done. Oh, I might just do one or two more. I'm getting a little... It's about 6 in the morning on New Year's Day, so I'm getting a little bit tired. I was doing this to tire me out. 6:32 in the morning. Happy 2023, everyone. We survived another year. You are stuck on the one side. So you'll see what happens is, oh, maybe you can't see in this view. Alright, so what happens is you get a lead that gets a little bit stuck on one side. So you just hit it with an iron and unstick it. Okay. You are a 4710 volts. 47 volts. 47. 16 volts. Line the stripe. So when this is all done, I'll have all the caps on here, because I noticed there's a lot of signal noise when I had it hooked up to the RF side. It always looks like crap on RF anyway. But this one was like exceptionally scary. So, alright, so that's that. Again, you see all the leads are still sticking up. And I just have one more row along the bottom here. Alright, so that is this guy here. Oh, lost my place. Yeah, those two. See if that moves. Feels pretty wiggly. Not entirely wiggly. I can see the left lead is a little bit stuck on the edge here. What are you? You are another 4710. I see. I remember pulling a bunch of 4710s. Just replace them with 4716s. Line the stripe. In you go. Take your time, do it right. Mr. Rogers was right all along. Take your time and do it right. I've been accused of doing stuff slowly, which I am. I am slow at doing stuff, but I do it once. So I'll have to do it again. So along here, this is just a shield. I don't want to burn this thing, but it's right along the shield. I wonder if I can pull this off. Oh, I can't. There we go. It's this little protector. As I see, it's which two are those? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that is the resistor lead. So I'll start from this end. Some people would prefer to do this in a board holder. I find I have to flip the board around so many times. It's just easier to freehand it. And if you ever have a case where you don't get a good solder suck, you just fill the hole up with fresh solder and just do another fresh. Oh, I can't quite get this one. Do a fresh solder suck. I can't quite get this one. This one right here doesn't want to come. Keep hitting the other leads, so it's pulling some of the heat off the iron. There we go. That's this guy here. See how wiggly you are. Not terribly. I got a blob on both leads, I can see. Break you off and break you off. Not quite. Last thing you want to do with these old boards is go crazy on them, is you will get some delamination off the board, and then you're stuck doing a bunch of hard wiring and stuff, and that's not good. You don't want to do that to yourself. No, if even Generation Z is into doing this kind of stuff. It's hard to know anymore. is a, what are you? 110 volts. You're a big boy. 110. I think this is the 100. Here's 116. Okay, so this stripe is actually going the other way. Long lead. Oh, by the way, if you ever look at these, long lead's always the positive. Long lead, short lead. See that's your negative stripe. That's a short lead. So long leads and goes to the positive. And I don't know if as I get older and stop doing these types of repairs, I wonder if anyone else is going to take up the mantle. It's hard to say. All the kids love their Arduinos and stuff, and I don't know if they really want to get into this hardcore stuff here. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Who's to know? Maybe I'm just an old fuddy-duddy. It is my worry that some of this knowledge might disappear with as the generations move on. So I work with a slightly younger engineer, and he's really capable in terms of soldering and stuff, so maybe not all is lost, but he's not that far off generationally from me. I know one other younger engineer, and they're just not as much hands-on as they used to, which is kind of a shame. I'm sure every generation says the same thing as the previous. I'm sure the old TV repair people who came before me go, these guys don't know how to fix any of these tube TVs. Honestly, I don't. A lot of people have nostalgia for CRTs. I don't. I was a very early adopter of LCDs, so don't really miss them much. Yeah, you might love your scan lines and stuff, but I don't know. I just like the crisp colors of the LCDs. And plasmas. I like the plasma TVs. Still have a plasma TV. Not for my main TV, but for gaming I still use it. This is another 47. I knew I pulled a bunch of 47s. Last one. Well, I'll just stick around for the last one. I didn't expect to sit here and talk and nobody's done. So if you ever sit around wondering, why does he want to charge so much for replacing capacitors? if you're getting a whole console recapped, this is why. You can see how labor intensive it is. And this is nothing compared to some of the newer ones. These in the late 80s, early 90s, where they went cap crazy. And this is a 1016. 1016. 47. Back in just a second. Yes, indeed, I keep a full cabinet full of capacitors. 1016. I placed it at 1025. Go through and clip all these. See, now I know exactly which ones I snipped and when I didn't snip. They can't get in the way of each other. Now I know I have all new capacitors on the power supply board. Should get another 20, 30 years out of this. I have a feeling this system doesn't have too many cycles on the clock. That's not my soldering there. Okay. See, it's nice and barely tell I was there. Put this little shield back on. This will go. Excuse me. That will go back on the system. Alrighty, there we go. So, everyone, Happy New Year, and next video will be just cleaning, adding that panel jack, and testing. So I will have a working Intellivision, which I never had as a kid. I don't think even my neighbors had a. Did they have Intellivision or ColecoVision? Maybe it was an Intellivision. But I haven't played one of these in like 40 years. So, hey, everyone, thanks for watching. Happy New Year, and stay safe out there.